Hello, I'm Aaron. Today we're going to be looking at review from chapter 26. So today we're going to read a story called Anansi and the Birds. And in this story are going to be three of our vocab words that we're going to be looking at for this week. And it's these three. Merchant, merchant, merchant. That's a noun, and it's a person or company involved in wholesale trade. So someone could sell you one banana, and they're just a vendor. But if they sold you a box of bananas, they're a merchant. Camouflage. 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 See that ZH. It's a verb here, but can also be a noun. In this case, it means to hide or disguise the existence of something. Think about a chameleon. They will change their skin to look like whatever they're standing on or what's behind them so you can't see them. For me, I'm wearing a blue shirt. If I took this blue felt paper and covered up my face, it'd be hard to see. It'd be hard to see me, especially if there was something blue behind me. That's camouflaging. The last word to look at is predator. 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 It's a noun, and that's an animal that preys or eats others. When I think of a predator, I always think of a lion, because lions will eat zebra or gazelle. But there are a lot of predators. So remember those words when we go to read the story. And let me tell you about Anansi really quick. Anansi was a character that was created in Ghana, an African country, hundreds of years ago. Anansi's been around for a while, at least 500 years ago was the first Anansi story told. And Anansi's a trickster god who takes the form of a spider, or sometimes he's just a spider. So Anansi the spider is always being crafty, always using his mind to solve problems or trick something or someone. And his stories always have a message about being smart or just using your brain, but generally there's a lot of morals to find in Anansi stories. So let's read this one, Anansi and the Birds, and remember those vocab words when we do. All right. Anansi and the Birds. Anansi always welcomed a challenge. His attempts to fool merchants out of their riches and lions from their jungle thrones made for exciting adventures. Today he would show those haughty birds that he could fly with the best of them. He begged a feather from every bird he could find to create his own pair of wings, and then he began to practice flying. Anansi's wings camouflaged him well, and he looked just like a bird. Hoot! The old owl chided under the moon. A spider is not meant for the sky. Why do you try to be something you are not? Mind your business, owl, Anansi replied angrily. You're a predator, so go hunt some mice. Anansi followed the birds to their feast on top of a mountain peak. He helped himself to their fare, shoving birds aside to get his fill. When he was full, he fell into a deep sleep. Angrily, the birds took back the feathers from his wings and then left, all except for one crow. When Anansi awoke, he realized what had happened and begged the crow to help him get down the mountain. Of course, the crow replied slyly as he shoved Anansi over a cliff. Aye! Shouted Anansi. Unable to fly, he tumbled helplessly through the air. The old owl appeared before him, asking, Why didn't you listen, Anansi? You are not a bird. Please help me, owl, pleaded Anansi. The owl urged Anansi, Push in your belly. When he did, threads of silk shot out behind him. The owl caught them and tied them to a high branch. Dangling by threads, Anansi realized the owl was right. From that day on, he stuck to spinning webs, instead of trying to be something he was not. I like that story. It's a fun story. And we saw those vocab words, didn't we, in that fun tale? We saw that he camouflaged himself to look like a bird. He wanted to blend in with the bird so he can have some of their food. And he was tricking them like he tricks merchants out of their riches. Merchants make a lot of money selling lots of stuff. Makes sense. And he also was angry at Owl for not minding his own business. And he told him to go eat some mice because he's a predator. Owls eat mice. So, remember those words. There will be a vocab test at the end of the week, and it will include those 3 words. So make sure you remember them. And thank you. Thanks for letting me read to you. Have a great one.